Hi guys,
Hello.
welcome back. Just a quick video today. You know, it's going to be a quick little turning bit. But first off, a main reason for this video is, in all honesty, I'm absolutely gobsmacked. And this is a big thank you. I had a parcel turn up today. Okay, I had this box turn up by UPS. Yeah, English Woods it's from, and this is from my friend Alan Russell. Had this sent to me. Alan, thank you so much. I am lost for words. I really don't know what to say.
I thought you'd gone and ordered more wood again,
Yeah.
didn't you? Oh my God, got more.
Well, I've got 10 bowl blanks in here. So I've got this OBECHE. Okay, this one. There's that bowl blank. We've got some sapele. I've got some oak, an oak bowl blank. Beech. I've got Marante. Okay. Cherry. Elm. And then we've got a sycamore. We've got a lime.
They're going up like a tower.
And I've got an ash. That's interesting as well, because I've got that. Yeah, right. And I've got an ash.
Yeah.
So, wow, what do I say? Thank you so much, Alan.
Gosh.
That is absolutely amazing. That really is. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. Your generosity is yeah. So, guys, I'm going to be doing some bowls. So, yeah, I've got a lot of bowls to turn here. A variety of bowls in a variety of woods.
And in a variety of ways.
And yeah, I should just be using a variety of tools. As you know, carbide, traditional, if you want to call them traditional. Yeah, I'll basically be doing, and I even got a sticker as well. So I've got to put a sticker up as well.
That's it.
So
English woods can have their place.
We'll be getting to that somewhere as well. Yeah, massive Alan, thank you so much, mate. Thank you. Right. Yeah. Right, okay. Now then.
You're going to have some wood to practice on, Alan, when you come
I'm
over.
not doing a bowl today because, as I said, I've just got. Right, today I'm doing something very silly and little, really. I've got a shaving brush. Okay. So I'm going to turn a shaving brush. I've just got to turn the handle for it. So I've already drilled it and tapped it. That's I've done an 8mm and I put a 9mm tap in it because 9mm seems to be the size for that. I don't know, it seems weird actually why it's an M9 tap. I would have thought it'd be an 8 or a 10, but M9. Right, so I've tapped it and I'm just going to turn that. Just a little handle for the head. That's all I'm going to do. After that, probably not today, but I've got another ring box hinge, one of these little hinges, you know, for the ring, doing the little ring boxes and stuff. So I'm going to turn that out of this piece of yew because I've got this interesting bit here, and I want to sort of make the top of the box this piece. So I'm going to sort of get it out of that bit of wood, make that ring box out of that. So I've got that to do. I've also done a bit of, because I did have, as I said, I've got a load of yew again, which Alan brought up to me when he came up here. But sadly, a lot of it has cracked. I mean, I cut one here, which was a nice block. Actually, I cut here, and unfortunately, it's again, I cut all the cracks out, and it's cracked again there. So yeah, it's a bit problematic with some of that, but never mind, we're getting there. So anyway, this one I cut it in half, and because it's got such this lovely grain pattern there, I'm going to actually put it like that, and I want to make a lidded box out of this, out of the 2 halves. So I'll be putting that, I'll be turning that with the 2 together, sorting them out, and then I can put them together as a box and turn them, so I can get the shape, a bit like an egg shape type thing. So I'll be doing that. So that's that. Now I've got something, guys, that maybe some of you out there might know. Now, if any of you watched me turn the larger cowboy hat I did, and I did say I had a lot of trouble with the wood at the time, and I weren't sure what the wood was. I just found the lump of wood across the way, and I think I know the tree that it's come off of. But the wood is as far as I know, it's come into leaf at the moment, the tree, and I've looked at the leaf and it says ash when I've looked at the leaves for identification, so it's ash. Now obviously there's a lot of different species of ash. You've got white ash, blue ash, green ash, black ash. I'm not sure whether it's black ash because of the bark pattern, but I don't know whether anyone knows. To me, it's not like ash. I've turned a lot of ash, and it's not like ash when it turns. The trouble I'm having, it is so hard and so dense. I mean, the weight, you would not believe how much this little piece weighs. It is really heavy. When you turn it, the dust that comes off of it and the shavings, I mean, you get nice shavings, because I suppose it is still partly wet, although I don't know how long it's been down. The shavings, they go pink. When you turn them, when they come off, they go pink. After about 5-10 minutes, they go back to white again. It's really weird. And when you cut the wood on here, I mean, I've got this dirty on here a bit, but you actually get pink where you cut. Little pink bits come up in the wood here and there, but it is such a hard grain. Now when you're turning it, and you turn it with your gouges, like your bowl gouge and that, it actually, the dust dries on it. It looks like you've stirred plaster with it. It's pink, like pink plaster. You can't get it off with your finger. You have to actually take it off with a wire brush to get it off of there. And what happens when you're turning, when you run it, and I had the trouble with doing the cowboy hat, when you're running your chisel down, it builds up on the bevel, and it actually puts like a coat, and then you can't pick up a cut. No matter what you do, you can't pick up a cut, because it's actually put a layer that's dried rock hard onto the bevel, and you've got to get it off with a wire brush and then resharpen the chisel. It just dulls the tools in literally seconds. So I mean, that will have to just be with. I'm going to hollow that one out at some point. I've done the outside of it. Just needs a. I did sand it all, and wait, it took very little sanding. It cuts lovely. And I did wax it, but I've been messing about with it and putting it down, so I've got it all dirty. So I'm going to give it another little a wax over. But that's the grain. That's the not the grain. That's the bark of it. Okay, and the actual grain, as you can see, is, like I say, forgive the dirty marks, but that's the grain of it. And honestly, I don't know what wood it is. I thought at first, it was hornbeam, because hornbeam is a really, really hard, well, it's apparently Europe's hardest wood. And this is a really solid wood. It is very hard to pick up a cut on. Yeah, I just don't know. And no cracks. I mean, that cowboy hat is still potent. No cracks or anything come in it. Yeah, but it is really hard to turn. So if anyone knows what that actually is, I'd appreciate it if you could let me know. Yeah. Right, okay. I'm going to just turn this little shaving brush. Okay, it's for me. Now I was just actually saying to Lisa about I checked my centres, and every now and again it's worth just checking. I just lock it up. Now I've got my steb centre in here with a retractable point, and look at that. There, so that's perfect on perfect centre. Okay. So it's always worth checking every now and again. Now I don't ever move my headstock. I don't ever need to. I don't turn that bigger bowls on this lathe, so I don't need to. But it did creep a little while ago, and it had gone out, and I had noticed it, and I did mention it before. So if it ever does, obviously this is a movable one, so I just loosen the lever and move it a bit. If it's not lined up properly, sometimes you might have to just undo the nut underneath to get it to tighten up better when you put it down. But even if you've got a fixed one, which my other lathe over there is a fixed head, sometimes it can move, and it's worth just loosening. If it has, just loosen your bolts. Make sure get it all lined up and tighten your bolts back down again. You can get the double Morse taper that goes in to help you set it up. I just check with 2 points, and if that point can wind that point in, then I know it's bang on. So there you go. Right, okay. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this out because I don't want to enlarge this hole, and I'm going to use, I've got my, that's just my homemade pen, light pull type drive centre. Okay, now I'm using that because that'll go over that there, and it won't, if I put a cone centre in, the chances are it's going to increase the size of that hole, and I don't want it to do that. So I'm just going to pop this between centres like so, and rough it down, and then I'll just turn it from that basically. So it's only going to be a quick turn. This was more, I wanted to say a big thank you to Anne, so I thought I'll put a quick little video up. I've also got another, where are you going?
Oh.
You're creeping up on me.
Yeah. Sneaky.
Where are you creeping off to? Now, when I done my bowl the other day, I done that little bowl, didn't I? The what was it called? Purple Heart.
Purple Heart. That
No,
was
it
the
wasn't
Bubinga. Bubinga.
The Bubinga one. And I used a spindle gouge for a little bit, and I said it didn't seem sharp. I apologise with that video. For some reason, I was so tired. Yeah, I got to a point, I was hollering at, and I was actually going to say to Lisa, look, just forget this video, I want to stop. Because I actually felt, I come over so tired, and I don't know why. We'd had a couple of late nights, so it could be that, but I just felt absolutely knackered. It was such hard, I've never had it before. Such hard work trying to hollow that bowl, and I just thought, I want to stop. I don't want to do this video. I want to just stop. I want to go in and actually go to sleep. But we got it done anyway. But yeah, get back to it. Oh, waffle on, don't I? My gouge. I said it didn't seem sharp, but I had sharpened it. I thought I hadn't sharpened, but I know I had sharpened it up. Now I've had this with a couple. The other one was this my little one I've said about before. It's nearly running out. Look, poor little thing. I've had them shorter than that, but it's nearly going. Right. Now this was the same. It weren't holding an edge. I'd get I'd do the outside, say, of a bolt, and it'd be blunt. And this one would be the same. It weren't holding its edge. Now sometimes you find that can happen. If you've got your chisel, a bowl gouge or whatever, it can be any chisel, and you find it don't seem to be holding an edge like it used to do when you first got it. The chances are it's just lost a bit of its temper on it, a bit of its hardness. So all I did with this one is, that's why it's gone black at the moment. Which doesn't bother, the colour doesn't bother me. It was bright shiny, it's gone black. I just chucked this in my wood burner, and I left it in there for half an hour, well, an hour it was in there, and it came out glowing bright red. I dropped it into a little tub I have of oil. Make sure you put it outside because it really smokes and you don't want that in your workshop. Dropped it in there, let it cool, and now it holds an edge like lovely. So the other day, because I had that same problem with this one, and I've just found lately that every time I sharpen it, I get I'll do so much, and then it's dulling pretty quick. So I've done the same. I just sat that in my vise with a blowtorch on it until it was bright glowing red. I know it'd be better with a furnace, and if any of you guys out there have a furnace, then you will already know how to harden metal, because that's otherwise why would you have a furnace? But I don't have one, so I do what I can. So a blowtorch, 20 minutes sat just blowing on it while I do something else, go back to it, take it out, stick it in the oil, let it cool down, bring it back in, heat it up again, bright red, take it out there, stick it in there, come in, sharpen it up, and that holds an edge lovely, and it's like a razor again now, and it's holding an edge nice. So, and that's how I sharpened up my chisels that I made for myself, which were the ones I've got over here. Yeah, this one I made my own out of a bit of 16mm tool steel, round tool steel. I kept the flute really short because what I wanted was a really strong chisel to have a lot of stability down here, so you don't get no vibration. And that was the same. That when I first did it, just tool steel, it won't hold an edge. But if you heat it up, bright red, dip it in oil. It'd be better if you had a furnace. So, as I say, I would say, you know, you can get it to the right temperatures. But I just use engine oil. That's all I use. heat it up, bright red, and now this, it holds a edge lovely, sharpens up really nice that. So, and I just made that with the angle grinder to do that flute and get it, yeah. So, yeah, I've done 2 of those, that one, and I've done this one, which is a long swept back one, okay, and a very short flute on it again, so it's nice when I hollow. If I go in deep, I don't get no vibration off the bar. So, right, anyway, that was just a little tip. So if you find your tools don't seem to be holding their edge as long as they used to do when you first bought them, chances are it's lost its bit of temper. I don't know. Some say that they don't temper it right down to the very end and all that. I don't really know. I've never spoken to the manufacturers to find out. But yeah, I do know that works. Heat it up, dip it in oil, and it works. Right, okay, getting back to what I'm doing. Right, for this I'm just going to use a roughing gouge. First, so let it spin up. Got quite a bit to take down on it because it was the only sort of size piece of wood I had really. I'm just going to get a taper on it. I need to get so I'm just going to just grab this. Right, just want the measurement for what that end is so I don't go too far on it. Okay, that'll be for down here, so I've got quite a way to go yet. Oh, there we are. Might be slightly under on that bit there, so no, actually I think I'm all right. Right, that's it. That's down to where I want it there. So I'm just going to take this. Right, okay, that's it. Enough done with that. Now I'm just going to use the spindle gouge to do this because that's what I want to do. First off, I want to work out about sort of a length on it. Right. Okay, let's go with the spindle gouge. Right, I'm going to do a little bead there. On that end there. Nice little cut in there, like so, right, okay. Right, yeah, I think about that size should be alright. So what I'm going to do a little Get a little detail there. I put a little detail on that top. You probably can't see that. Let me get rid of some of this. So I've come round and I've done just a little detail there. Okay, can you see that?
I'm going to come in a little bit more. Yeah.
Right, so just there I've done a little detail there, and I'm just going to go straight across on the top with this. Probably finish that off with a skew on there. Take that little bit there. Right, I've got a slight love a spindle gouge. You do everything with a spindle gouge. Right, so a little bit more of this down. Right, that's that. I'm going to take this away because I don't want this here. Right, so I should be taking that off with my skew in a second. Right, so I think that's all okay there, so I'm going to give that a little bit of a sanding. It is used, so I'm going to just bring this in. Let's just take the dust. Okay, I'm going to put a bit of finish on that. Now I'm just going to use a bit of wax finish on that because I'm not actually going to use this as a shaving brush because I don't use a shaving brush. I use electric razor. So it's just an ornamental piece really, I suppose. So just do a bit of sand in place first. Right, okay. Right, now to put a bit of wax on there. Give it a nice finish. Obviously, if this was going to be used as a shaving brush, I'd probably put a lacquer or something on it so it'd be waterproof, you know, because it's going to be in and out with the water. Although wax is pretty good anyway, so right, okay. Just a little go with the paper. Okay, now I'll come in and take that off with a skewer, I think, on that. Be a bit easier than with the finger gouge. So I'll just use my little one that I've got, this one. It's what I normally use for taking off. There we go, that got rid of that. I can stop that. Right, it's just gripped onto that at the moment, so there we go, take it off of there. I've just got that tiny little knobble on the top. So what little marks it's got there. It's in the grain. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to hold my drill. And I'm just gonna get a little bit of wax on it. Oh. There we go. Let's finish that up nice on the end. Got a nice bit of patterning to it. I'm going to take the face shield off. Right, get me brush and let's have a look and see. Obviously I will glue this in when it actually goes to stay in. Right, there we go, guys. It's made quite a nice little, it's got some nice patterns to it. There. If it's for Lisa. I'm not going to do the leg up on the bath one. There you go, guys. So, that's a nice little shaving brush, actually.
Yeah.
There we go. So, it's just an ornamental piece, that's all. Finished off. So I did that little, it's just that tiny little feature on the top. There, as I come round, I just stopped the cut, come off slightly and carried on round with the spindle gouge. Rolled the bead with the spindle gouge, little bead on the bottom there. Okay, took a little shear cut with it, so we got it all nice and finished. And there we go. A nice little shaving brush. Have a nice little project, cheap and easy to do. Just using scrap woods. And, well, I would imagine they could sell quite well. I don't know, never looked at selling them, so. But there you go. I'll keep that. It could be a Christmas present for Lisa. That and a big razor. Yeah. What more does a girl want? Eh? What more can you give the woman you love in your life? Eh? A shaving brush and a big razor. Right, okay, guys. I'll give that to you. You can put that over there. Right. Thank you guys for joining me, and Alan, a big thank you, mate. And I look forward to seeing you at the end of the month because I know you're coming up again. Yeah. For another day's turning. So, yeah. Thank you so much. And I'll be doing quite a few bowls, and I'll just do them with a mixture of tools. I think with those, because I know it's just bowls and bowls and bowls, but what do you do if you don't turn bowls? But I should just use a variety of tools because, as you know, I've always said, you know, don't do one or the other. It's not carbide or traditional or carbide. It's all of them. They're just wood turning tools. Use them all because they've all got their pros and cons. They've all got their good bits, bad bits, whatever. Use them all. Learn to use them all. So, and a variety of different tools, different grinds. We do different grind, whatever. So you want to learn to use everything. So you just pick up any tool and use it. That's how you want to be. Right, okay guys, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you on the next one. Toodle pip.
Bye guys. I'm off to shave. Bye.